How would you describe the atmosphere, Joe?
Well, I've been to a few reunion games, including Klay Thompson's as a member of the Mavericks at Golden State this year. And I've never seen anything like this. There really wasn't a boo to be heard, and the Lakers always get booed on the road. But every time that Luka had the ball, there was a roar. Every time he scored, it was louder. Now, at the same time, there was an incredible sense of negativity and frustration and anger in the form of when either team was at the foul line, fans are chanting "Fire Nico" for general manager Nico Harrison, who made this trade. So yeah, I mean, LeBron's talking about this afterwards. I mean, if you think about all the reunion games that he's been a part of and how emotional they were for different reasons, he was saying that it was a cool moment that he'll remember for the rest of his life.
What kind of message do you think Luca wanted to send last night?
I think that Luka is an introspective, sensitive young man, and I mean that in the best way. And I don't think he was looking to send a message. I think he was hoping to get through it.
Hmm.
And, he even said post game that when he's sitting there alone on the bench, they've already announced the other four Lakers starters, and he's sitting there by himself, and there's 20,000 people on top of him all kind of looking at him. And yes, they are looking at the video tribute that was playing before his name was called, but I really felt like it was like a case of a singular man in the arena. And he's sitting there and he's overcome with emotion. And he has to wipe his face before he can even get up. And as he walks through the Lakers after his name is called, I mean, Markieff Morris has to like grab him, and like LeBron hugged him the way he'd hug Bronny after a tough high school game or something. Like it was really incredible to see the genuine emotion that's coming out of everybody. So, Luka has all that, and then he goes out and scores 14 in the first quarter. And I think he felt a rhythm and a familiarity with the arena. I think the retribution and the payback probably comes in the future years. When he's now through this part. And that's assuming that Nico and Jason Kidd and those guys are there in the building, in future years for those games. But I think that's when Luka will be over the emotional part, and he does have a vindictive side for sure. I think that's a great observation on your part, but I just don't think he was ready to use that part of himself yet.
Was Nico Harrison made available to the media?
No. No, those days are largely over, Guys make trades all the time, and maybe they don't even speak. Very short press conferences when coaches are fired a week before the playoffs. So that's a long way to say no. He didn't address it yesterday. He was in the building, standing there in the tunnel listening to that. I also want to bring up this point, if it's okay, about all of this. There was another superstar last night who had a reunion game, and that's Anthony Davis. He's a 10-time All-Star, however many gold medals, NBA champion. In any other case, last night is about him and playing the Lakers and playing LeBron. But of course, he's overshadowed because of the whole Lucas situation.
Hmm.
But every night that he's in the arena, and he listens to his home crowd chant "Fire Nico," he knows it's not directed at him, but he also knows that the trade that brought him to town is why these fans want him gone. And as a player of his caliber, to just feel how upset everyone is, essentially that he's in the building, that's tough on him. And I think you could see that wearing on him last night too.